Buried Treasure is brought to you by Rogers Video. The experience starts here. Hey, this week's Buried Treasure is a bit of a trip. It's called Graffiti Kingdom, and it's a very cutesy, very colorful, cartoony kind of game. And it might drive you kind of crazy if you're adverse to those kinds of games, but here's the thing. Give this one a chance, because what you can do in this thing is really cool. You can actually draw your own two-dimensional little sort of character creations and then see them come to life in true polygonal 3D form, and they can come with their own animations and stuff. You can actually build creatures and have them have punch attacks and kick attacks and stuff like that. And you can go into battle with all the monsters that you meet in the game with the monsters that you create. And you actually earn new cards as you go and unlock all kinds of new characters as you go. So it does become a bit of a Pokemon-esque kind of collect-them-all kind of thing, but the fact that you can build your own creatures and see them animated, very cool. This is definitely a buried treasure for your PlayStation 2. Hey, welcome back. We're talking now about Tony Hawk's Project 8. This one's from Neversoft and Activision. It's on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. It's also on the last-gen consoles as well, but we're looking at the current-gen machines. This is finally a revitalized redo of the whole Tony Hawk engine. They've made some big advances in the visual look of the game, finally. Well, it is a kind of a whole new experience this time. The best part about this game for me was the nail the trick.
Nail the trick.
I played it mostly on the Xbox 360, so you press both of the buttons in, and then you can kind of slow-mo and do some Matrix-style kind of maneuvers with your feet.
Now, I've nailed a few tricks in my time.
You have?
Have you?
And how much did you
pay?
Did you get any bonus points for that, or no? Okay.
You know, this is the 8th game now that has come out from Tony Hawk.
Right.
Every game has been fantastic, and this one...
Yeah, they've improved every single time, you know, for the most part.
This one included. Yeah. I'm happy to see one on the new generation coming out on launch.
Because it is a reboot, right?
That's cool.
Yes.
But next year, let's take a year off.
You know that won't happen, because not only is Tony Hawk going to continue strong, because the sales are amazing, but EA's bringing out their own skating game called Skate, so there's going to be a head-to-head kind of thing. Because skating has been the only action sports video game that has consistently sold really well.
What happened to the create a character thing? That seemed to be a little less...
It was a step down.
It was a step
they
down,
didn't use the Vision camera on the Xbox 360, which I thought was stupid.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we got that in Rainbow Six.
We got that in previous Tony Hawk games on the PS2.
That's true. I forgot about that.
PS3 doesn't have online play.
Because they all blend together. That's why I forgot all of that stuff.
Hey, listen, I had the same cynicism that you do about this series. You know, I wasn't expecting much, but I think they really delivered. I sunk tons of hours into this zone.
How about the frame rate, though?
Frame rate slows down a bit on 360, but more on PS3.
Which should not happen, by the way. Should
not happen, and there's no online play on PS3. There's no achievements on PS3.
Which should not happen. That actually was cool.
I love the achievements.
The coolest part was being on the 360 now. You can actually rate yourself against other skaters.
The online
leaderboard's
great.
Well, Tony Hawk appears in the game. We need to mention that.
Some of the pros been buzzing about you.
I liked seeing Jason Lee, too. I thought that was pretty cool.
I heard Tony Hawk and a bunch of pros were coming to town to look for new talent for Project 8.
What are you going to give Tony Hawk's Project 8?
I think it's a fantastic game, but again, that excitement and that nudity wasn't there.
The nudity wasn't there.
The nudity.
Not nudity.
Not nudity.
No.
No.
The freshness.
The freshness wasn't there I'm giving it an 8.
8? I'm going to give it a 9. I think it's a great game, but pick it up on the Xbox 360. On the PlayStation 3, I'd probably give it an 8. On the positive side, the graphics have been improved greatly. Love the achievements and online leaderboards on the Xbox 360 version. Nail a Trick is just a blast. And I really enjoyed seeing all the different pros, and especially having Jason Lee pop up in the game. That was a cool surprise.
On the negative side, the creative player wasn't as rich as in previous years. Would have liked to have seen the Vision camera in there so we could put ourselves in the game. No online play on the PS3. And although this is a great improvement, we're just a little afraid that we're going to keep getting beat over the head with Tony Hawk games year after year.
All right, today in Hardware, we're talking about an add-on for your Xbox 360. It's the HD DVD player that connects to the Xbox 360, lets you play high-definition movies through your console, And it's I think it's a very clever idea, and it's definitely the antidote to the Blu-ray movie playback and the Sony PlayStation 3.
Well, that's kind of the interesting thing about the whole PlayStation 3 price point versus the 360. It's like,
Yeah.
if you add all of the stuff onto the 360,
Right.
it's actually more than
Yep.
what a PlayStation 3 is. So I think Microsoft, maybe was smart
Yeah.
to do it this way.
Because they're making money off of every purchase that way,
Right.
and they're getting a bit of a markup, I'm sure. And the consumer has a choice. They don't have to buy the whole damn package if they don't want the whole damn package.
Right.
And I actually really like the quality of the film experience. I mean, I think it's comparable
I
to
don't-
Blu-ray.
I think it's crap.
Well, it is.
I think
it is
it's
better than DVD.
a
but
little.
all I'm saying is that I thought it compared very nicely to the quality of Blu-ray films. I was
Correct.
expecting it to be,
Right.
slightly
Less,
degraded,
right.
and so far from what I've seen, that's not the
There's
case.
not much of a difference at all.
No.
If you're thinking about buying a PS3 in a year from now,
Yep.
I'd say maybe wait till then to see where the chips fall.
So you're going to recommend the HD DVD player for the Xbox 360?
Overall, I'd have to say not right now.
So not recommended with an
With an
asterisk?
asterisk, sure.
I'm right there too. All right, stick around. We got a great versus for you guys. We've got Gears of War going up against Resistance: Fall of Man.
This is going to be an all-out shootout to the death.